Pinakamainit na balita po ngayong araw na to. Castro's grave threats complaint versus Duterte jumped. The Quezon City Prosecutor's Office has jumped at teachers representative Franz Castro's grave threats complaint against former President Rodrigo Duterte for lack of sufficient evidence. Kung matatandaan po natin, inakusahan ni Franz Castro si Duterte ng pagbabanta sa kanyang buhay na siya daw ay papatayin base doon sa mga statement ni former President Duterte sa kanyang television program na Gikang sa Masa sa SMNI. Duterte denied Castro's accusations and was a no-show in both preliminary investigations over the case. He said his statements did not demonstrate actus reus, the actual utterance of threat, and mens rea or intent to be taken seriously. Sinabi din na Duterte na yung complaint ni Castro was made for propaganda purposes by staunch critics of his administration. Sa resolusyon na inilabas ng korte, sabi ng mga prosecutors, this office finds the evidence insufficient to indict a respondent for grave threats inasmuch as the requisite elements for the crime appears to have been not sufficiently and concretely established contrary to what the complainant wanted to impress upon this office. It argued that the way Duterte uttered the threats on his show did not convincingly establish that he intended them to be taken seriously. Dagdag pa ng resolusyon na habang umi-air yung programa ni Duterte, panay pa ang pagbibiro at ng mga sarcastic comments na nagpapakita na hindi seryoso si Duterte to execute or materialize the threats. The prosecutor said Duterte's alleged threats were made during the height of the confidential fund issue involving his daughter Vice President Sara Duterte. Bilang ama ng Vice President, natural lang daw na ma-disappoint si former President Duterte at ipagtatanggol yung kanyang anak in the midst of such political issues or attacks. In fact, it would appear that the respondent's heightened emotions when he uttered or stated the alleged threatening statements, remarks, comments, and or utterances were seemingly triggered by such issues. Despite this, the prosecutor said that there was no evidence he would go after attackers of his daughter. Furthermore, they said they found it unusual, if not ridiculous, for Duterte to make public threats given his advanced age and because he is no longer immune from criminal prosecution. Well, kung titingnan mo nga naman talaga, unusual yon, if not ridiculous, na magbibintang si Duterte ng harap-harapan sa publiko. Hindi ba meron tayong sinasabi na pag ang isang tao ay may balak gawan ng masama ang isang tao, hindi niya na to i-broadcast. Hindi na siya maglalabas pa ng warning. Tototohanin na lang niya yan. And of course, alam natin na alam ni former President na siya ay hindi na immune sa mga criminal cases kung sakaling siya ay maglalabas ng gantong mga grave threats. So, akala ni Franz Castro ay makakaisa na siya kay former President Rodrigo Duterte. But sadly, hindi po siya nagtagumpay sa kasong ito. Ano kaya ang susunod na gagawin ni Franz Castro? Although alam na po ni Castro na nabasura yung kanyang kaso, pero hindi pa daw siya nakakatanggap ng kopya ng resolusyon, kaya hindi pa siya makakapagbigay ng statement. So aabangan po natin kung ano ang magiging reaksyon ni Franz Castro sa pagkakabasura ng kasong inihain niya laban kay former President Rodrigo Duterte. Kayo po, ano ang masasabi ninyo? Tama lang po ba na mabasura itong kasong inihain ni Franz Castro laban kay former President Rodrigo Duterte? Kung matatandaan po natin, sa isang interview ni former President Duterte sa SMNI, sinabi niya, "Kayong mga komunista ang gusto kong patayin." Sabi ko sa kanya, referring to his daughter Vice President Sara Duterte, "Magprangka ka na lang. Itong intelligence fund na ito gagamitin ko para sa utak ng mga Pilipino kasi ito ang target ko. Kayong mga komunista, andyan sa Congress, prangkahin mo na yan si Franz Castro." Yan po ang mga binitawang salita ni former President Duterte na sinabi ng korte na yung mga binitawang salita ni Duterte do not convincingly establish that indeed respondent intended them to be taken seriously. Sinabi pa that Duterte's words also do not establish that they were made for the purpose of making Castro believe that they would be carried into effect. If the intention of the respondent was really to intimidate and to take seriously such threatening remarks or statements, he would not have taken so much prologues and would have just directly and immediately pronounced the threats conceived in his mind. Yan naman po ay according sa Quezon City Prosecutor's Office. So sa tingin ninyo, tama ba ang ginawa ng korte sa ginawa nilang pagbasura sa kaso ni Franz Castro laban kay former President Rodrigo Duterte? Comment lang po down below and I will see you next time. Peace.